Good day, this is JNN Weekday News. I'm Unique Francis. Here now are today's stories. Mario Dean was allegedly beaten and stabbed by 3 men in a cell he shared with them at the Barnett Street lockup over the use of a bunk bed, the court heard yesterday. One of the accused, Marvin Orr, who was described by his attorney Stacey Young as schizophrenic and a substance abuser, was denied bail by senior resident magistrate Carolyn Tai when he faced the Montego Bay resident magistrate's court yesterday. In her bail application, Young said her client was in need of medication and would not be able to access it while in custody, and suggested a private facility where he was once a patient. But RM Tai said he could be treated at the psychiatric facilities at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Facility in Kingston. Orr and Adrian Morgan were both charged in connection with Dean's death, but Morgan was not in court yesterday as he was said to have been getting psychiatric treatment on order of the court in connection with another case. A third man who the court heard is deaf was being questioned and was expected to be charged as well. The court was told that the police were alerted to a situation in cell number 4 where Dean was being held with 4 others. When the door was opened by the police, Dean was found lying on the floor and bleeding from the head. An ambulance was called and 5 minutes later he was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, the court heard yesterday. The court also heard that when a police officer cautioned the men in the cell, she was allegedly told that Orr said he owned the bunk beds, and when Dean sat on one of them, he, Orr, jumped on it and pushed the now deceased Dean off it, after which a fight started. An inmate who attempted to separate the 3 accused men from Dean was unsuccessful, the court was told. The deaf man is alleged to have punched Dean, and one of his cellmates allegedly took off Dean's shoes and used it to hit him repeatedly in the face. The beating was said to have gone on for about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, 3 cops and 2 civilians are to be charged for the murder of entertainer Robert Kentucky Kid Hill. Charges are to be laid against the 5 following a ruling by a jury at the Kingston and St. Andrew Coroner's Court on Tuesday in the inquest into the death of Hill, who was shot and killed in what the police said was a shootout when they went in search of him at his Ivy Green Mews home in December 2009. The cops have been identified as Special Corporal Uriel Anderson, Constable Gary Thomas, and Special Constable Norval Warren. The 2 civilians, Marvia Morgan and Donovan Brown, will also be slapped with similar charges. Following the ruling, presiding coroner Patrick Murphy ordered that warrants be issued for the arrest of the 5, all of whom were absent at the time of the verdict. Before his death, Hill made several complaints to a number of bodies, including the Police Public Complaints Authority (PPCA) and Jamaicans for Justice (JFJ) concerning incidents between himself and the police, expressing fear for his life and the safety of his family. Detectives from the Anoto Bay Criminal Investigation Branch (CIB) are seeking the public's assistance in identifying the body of a female that was discovered on a beach in Dover District, St. Mary on Wednesday. It is about 5 feet 6 inches long, medium build, dark complexion, and was clad in a black brassiere, a blue jeans pants, and a pair of white and brown slippers. Reports are that shortly before 9 yesterday morning, residents stumbled upon the body on the beach and alerted the police. On arrival of the lawmen, the body was seen with multiple gunshot wounds and abrasions. Anyone with information that can assist the police in their investigations is being asked to contact the nearest police station. And the police high command is reporting that the number of homicides recorded in Jamaica last month fell to a 10-year low. It made the revelation in the latest force orders. During the month, there were 70 murders. The High Command states that this is an indication that violence prevention and reduction strategies implemented in police divisions are working. It also noted that although there are daily police operations, complaints and outcries from members of the public have been reduced. In this regard, it wants operational teams and divisional commanders to maintain high levels of professionalism and treat persons with respect at all times. And in sports, the annual All-Star game between the two senior schoolboy competitions run by the Intersecondary School Sports Association (ISSA), the Manning Cup and the Custer Cup competitions could make a return this season, this according to one of the daily newspapers. George Forbes, competitions secretary at ISSA, said they will be meeting with sponsors today before making a final decision on the All Manning versus All DeCosta game that was a fixture on the schoolboy football calendar for years. Forbes said with the decision to play just one game in the Olivier Shield competition, it could open up some space for playing off the game that will be alternated between the urban and rural areas each season. For years, the All Manning versus All DeCosta game was the traditional season ender until it was discontinued some time ago. And those were the stories for today. Do remember you can check out our website at JamaicanNewsNetwork.com. I'm Monique Francis, and this is JNN News Worth Watching.